let's quickly get to what we have today. So we're going to be talking about the Paws of the Serengeti. Yes, so we are talking about a pet's food, which we're going to walk through the process. And before we proceed, I would like to say that whenever you are into content creation, there is what we call connecting with the audience, connecting with whosoever that is seeing your work. Your ability to make them feel and see what you can see is actually what makes your content a success. So let's look at what we have today. There are several things we'll be doing. So we are going to be creating an emotionally compelling brand. Yes, and we'll be making use of some AI tools which will make the journey easier. So I would like us to start with the first tool, which is the Gemini, which we're going to use for our story generation. We already have our story. I normally tell my students that whenever you're about to write a content or create a content, basically you must have something in your mind that you want to talk about. And with that thing in your mind, that is your story. So right now, what we have at hand is the Paws of Serengeti. We're trying to talk about a pet food, and we want our audience to be able to connect with it. So we're going to start with creating our script. Yes, so we're going to use Gemini. So when we are done with that, we'll move on to generating our images. And I want us to pay close attention to consistency of our characters. Yes, so our characters has to be consistent, and I will teach us how to navigate.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Vector, what about you?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So let's proceed. So the first thing, we are going to be making use of our Gemini. So I want you all to log into your accounts, to your Gemini accounts, so we can get started. So we open a new tab. Myself, I'm going to open a new tab for my Gemini. So I want you to do the same. So we're about to start creating our story. You already know what you want. We want to talk about a pet food story. So we want our audience to see, to connect with the fact that our pet and our audience, you're trying to see that the pet and the audience, you're trying to see that they can feel the connection that the both has. And we are going to start from the history, which is the African history, and we're going to connect it in a way that it starts from the ancient to the bond it's the pet shares with the owner, and how it applies to our modern day activities. So we're going to do that through a prompt. So everyone, I'm going to forward the prompt, and I'm going to show us why I chose that. So let's move on to our Gemini. Have we all opened our Gemini? I need our response. Have we opened our Gemini? I'm trying to open mine so we can get
Yes,
to
we
work.
have opened it.
Lumen, Vector, any problem? Have you opened your Gemini?
No, that's what.
Yes, we
Yes.
have been opened.
Okay, so I can't hear you guys. Can you repeat? Lumen, were you trying to speak? Were you trying to speak?
Hello? Hello?
All right. So I believe you can all see my screen. Let's proceed.
Yes.
So what I want us to do right now, we are going to start with the first step to write this story, because we are giving it a task. Hello, any challenge? Okay, thank you. So we're going to start with our script generation. We already have the story at hand. So I want to teach us how to read the story description or whatever we want to bet. Using that thing, we are going to generate our script. So this is how it goes. So the Paws of the Serengeti is talking about the story of a pet and his owner, and their journey, and how it relates to what everyone sees, because we don't want to create a story where people cannot naturally relate to it. So right now we're going to start with our script generation. So let me show us the script. Sorry, just a second. Okay. So so this is what we are going to do. Now we are going to give the AI a prompt. I'm going to send that to the chat right now. We're going to tell it to act as a world-class luxury brand storyteller. I normally tell my students, whenever you are prompting AI, it has to do with your ability to convey what you want to achieve to the AI. And then when you tell the AI, it is not the AI's duty to interpret what you are giving it. So most times when you give an AI a little information, it gives you little. So you have to give it a complete information so that it can give you what you want. So right now, for us to achieve the story, we're going to say, act as a world-class luxury brand storyteller. Your tone is nomadic, heartfelt, and premium. You are trying to tell the AI to assume a character. So it's going to assume a character to help us write the script. You specialize in creating emotional connections between ancient traditions and modern lifestyles. So now, the most important one, write a viral, note the word viral, write a viral YouTube script shot for this concept. Then we are not giving it a story, origin story, campaign for Paws of the Serengeti, a premium organic pet food brand, utilizing ancient superfood. So this is actually what we want the AI to do for us. So just give me a second. I'm going to paste that on the chat right now, so that we all can work with it. So you can also, in your own way, get your prompt, but I'm just giving us this sample to use it for now. So just a second, let me paste it on our chat. Sorry, just a second. Just give me a second. Hold on, I'm coming. All right. So can you all see the message? Can you all see the message now?
Yes, we can.
And everyone see the message. So I want us to use this prompt. We're going to work with it for this particular project. So I want everyone, write on your Gemini. I want you to copy this prompt and paste it on your Gemini. So remember, when we are pasting, we are not making use of it. There are so many tools. If you watch, we have a lot of tools. We have create images, canvas, deep research, create video, all of this. We are not making use of anyone. So we paste our prompt directly. And always make sure that you are on thinking. Don't be on fast. Fast will make mistakes. So just make sure you are on thinking. So let's paste our prompts together. Have we done that? Let's see what it has. Everybody paste your prompt together. Let's see. Have we done that?
Yes.
Lumen, Vector, have we done that?
Of course. Yes.
All right. All right. Okay. So let's see what it has for us. Good. So it has broken down our story into a viral YouTube short script. So right now we have our script. Let's take a look at it, because sometimes we may not like what we are seeing. You can actually reprompt it in the way you want. So let's read this. Okay, we have our visual style. We have the music. Okay, visuals open on white, breathtaking. Okay, this is beautiful. That's beautiful. This is beautiful. So we can work with this. It's nice. So what do we do next? So the next thing we are going to do right now, since we have our scripts ready, and we remember the process is that we are trying to vet the content. Yes, and remember the content is trying to talk about pet food and how it connects to human through our visuals. So now let's move on to the next step, which is generating of the images, the image generations. And this is where I'm going to talk about character consistency. So everybody look, let's proceed. Now I will write. So I want you all to do the same. Generate image prompts for each scene. Sorry. For each scene. So I want us to do the same. You're right, generate image prompt. And why are we doing this? Every scene here has a visual, it has a story to tell. So we are trying to connect the whole story together. So I wanted to write generate image prompt for each scene, and then the AI goes ahead to give us images for each scene. So have we done that already? Hello, Lumen.
Yes.
The Alchemist, have you done that? Oh, okay. All right. I just want to make sure everyone is following the lecture. So let's proceed. So right now, it has given us, oh, this is beautiful. I love this. This is beautiful. So it has given us image prompts for each scene. So this means that we already have our story, visual story ready. It's cooking. So we are almost done. So we have our visual ready. So what do we do from here? We move to the next AI tool, which is going to be here. And I want to know that most times prompting say human, you're just typing what you want the AI to do. It cannot give you exactly what you want. But when you go through an AI that knows how to get the prompts, so what does it do? It speaks the language of its fellow AI. So with that, you're able to get a very good prompt that will give you a very good output. So thanks to Gemini, we already have the prompt here. So let's proceed. So we're going to open another tab. So right now, I want you to open a new tab, and you're going to use about 2 different AI tools. The first one we use is image effects. You type image effects. So I want us to, if you have any challenge with that, you can let me know. Mine, I have already signed up. So Lumen or the other person, thank you. So Lumen, you've done that already. Thank you. I'm trying to see the other students in the class. Have you done that? I want to know if you've done that. Okay, Vector. Have you done that, Vector? Yeah, Lumen, I can see that you've done that. Vector, what about you? Catalyst, have you done that?
I'm trying to sign in my image effects.
Oh, it seems like you can't hear me. Can you hear me? You sound like you're not. Is there any problem? Vector, you can give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're hearing me. And let me know you've done that too. Have you done that? Open your image effects. Just give me a thumbs up. I want to be sure you're following. Okay. So we are going to sign up, and thank you. You're going as you're signing up. So if you are a first user, you're going to sign up, and after signing up, thank you, Vector. Thank you. So after signing up, this is what the interface looks like. You said something, Vector. I'm trying to get. Were you trying to say something? Let me know if there's a challenge. Okay. I know we are good. So let's proceed. So this is what the interface looks like for image effects. So this is what the interface looks like for image effects. So this is where we get our images. And also I want us to open a new tab because I want us to be using two AI tools for image generation. And let's see the beauty in it. So now open another tab, type Whisk, WHISK. Type Whisk, and we're going to, if you have not used it before, you sign in. Sorry, you sign up. So I want us to be on the same page. Let's quickly do that. So right now we are going to paste our image prompt. So I'm going to quickly go back to Gemini. Is everyone following me? Am I too fast? Are you all following? Am I too fast? Vector, Lumen, am I
Yes,
too
we
fast?
are
Are
with
you
you.
following?
We are with you. No problem.
Okay. 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 So now we're going to use the first AI tool, which is image effects. So we're going to use the image effects to generate our images. And how do we do that? We'll quickly go to our Gemini. So scene one. So we're going to copy the image form for scene one. So this is giving us a general view. We're trying to let our audience see the general view of the Ethiopian Highlands. So we're trying to give it a feeling while we are about to create the script. I want the audience to generally see, oh, this is where the pet food is coming from, to give them the origin of our story, where it's coming from. So we do that by this first image prompt, because while we are creating our videos, we'll work with this. So we'll copy the image prompt for scene one, quickly go to image effects and paste. And also, I want us to take note of something. There is what we call seed numbers. Yes, AI normally generates images randomly if it doesn't have a consistent seed number. So this time around, this is our seed number. So we can choose to lock it, or we can choose to copy it in order to have a consistent character. So for me, I'm going to lock it up. So when we lock it up, you're going to be getting similar images because it's going to be creating it following the same seed number. So this is our prompt. Let's go ahead to click on create. Oh, give me a second. I want to, okay, we all have our prompts. So let's proceed. I wanted to share my prompts, but I just remembered we all have our prompts. So let me click on create. So clicking on create, and I would like to state something. There is something that we missed here. Yes, very important fact.
Guys, please bear with us. I think Miss Modesta will be reconnecting.
Their
I think
own
now.
aspect ratio,
No.
which is supposed to be 9:16. 9:16, that 9:16 is also called portrait. So this whole project will be
Miss Modesta, there was
hello.
yes, there was a part where
Is
you
there any
kind of
problem?
broke
Let me
off. Would you mind please going back a notch before you broke off? Thank you.
I have a question.
Oh, sorry, I can't hear you, Alice. I can't hear you. Please, can you repeat? I want to
Sure,
understand
no
what you
problem.
just said.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay,
I
I
can hear
said you broke off a little, so if you could please go back a notch. And I think Vector Catalyst, which is Dushime, has a question for you. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah,
All right.
my question goes.
So who has a question for me? I'm listening. Okay.
Yeah, my question goes like this. What do we have? What aspect ratio do we have to use? Is it landscape or portrait?
Vector, please, can you increase your volume? I want to get you clearly.
I was asking about the aspect ratio
Okay.
and also about why do we lock our seeds?
Okay. Lumen, you said your own, you don't have image effects in your country. Oh, and you don't use a VPN network to do that. Vector, I'm trying to get you. You're asking about the aspect ratio, right? So what about the aspect ratio? I'm trying to get the question clearly.
I was asking if we have to use portrait or landscape. You didn't shown about that.
Oh, well, I'm hearing your voice, but your voice is kind of echoing. I wish you could. Can you write it? Send it as a message, please. Type it as a text. Let me attend to it quickly. Thank you. Just type it as a text message. I will quickly attend to that. So, Lumen, let's see how. Okay, Lumen, I don't know. Can you switch to another VPN, just like Alicia is saying, so we can have access to this too? Vector, I'm waiting for you, please. You can send the text. Let's proceed. Okay. So Lumen, you can change your VPN. So I want to understand
Hi,
the
Filippo,
state
can you
of
hear
the
me?
class. Right?
Sorry. Hello? Filippo, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hi.
I can hear you.
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Modesta. I just wanted to confirm with Filippo. Filippo, do you know how to switch to VPN so that you can be able to access ImageFX? Sorry, we can't hear you, Filippo. I think the audio again is kind of switching off. No, it's you were speaking the first time I could hear you, but now no. Okay, Filippo, if you're not able, Mrs. Modesta, would it be okay to recommend something other than the ImageFX if he's not able to? Filippo, you can let us know in the chat, please, because of your audio, or check your audio one more time.
Okay, there are other tools that generate images though. Yes, there are so many of them that generate images for our content. So Lumen, I tried WHISK Whisk. Can you also try it? Though they are all Gemini products, they are all Gemini AI tools. So can you try using Whisk? Let's see if it's going
Hi.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Filippo. We can hear you now.
to work. If that doesn't work,
Okay.
then I'm going to move you to
Go
another AI
ahead,
tool.
we can hear you.
So
Sorry, Ms.
Gemini is the
Modesta, I
best.
think
It's the very
Filippo
best.
is coming back with his audio. He can ask directly and you can speak with him. Go ahead and speak to your instructor. She's giving you some suggestions.
You were talking about some other solution apart from imagery. Hello.
I'm trying to get you clearly. Can you repeat, please? Just repeat. Repeat your question, please.
Yeah, you were talking about another solution apart from imagery.
Yes, Filippo, Miss Modesta was talking about perhaps using like what we used last time in the first lesson. If you can just go into your vids on your Gmail account and you can use that, or Gemini, you can also use that to generate your image if you're not able to go into ImageFX.
Sure, you can. Yes, that's good. You can actually use your Google Vids. Yes, Google Vid has access to beautiful image generation tools. Yes, the Nano Banana, it uses it on Google Vids. So, Lumen, I think that's what you're going to
Okay.
do right now. You're going to make use of the Google Vids, but we are trying to see how. Okay, let me say this. You can also access. Okay, okay. It's all right. So, you can also use the Google Vids. Yes, but when it comes to the character consistency, there is something there is something unique about image effects and Whisk that makes our characters consistent. So let's try the Vids, but maybe try to use a VPN next time so you can get access to this. So while we are trying to use Vids, Lumen, I think, can you try Whisk? Let's see, is it working on yours? Whisk is also beautiful. Can you try the Whisk? Is it working on your own country now? Let's try Whisk. I think Whisk can give us something more beautiful. Why I have issue with Vids is that it doesn't really give the level of consistency that I want for us. So let's see if we can actually use Whisk. So Lumen and Vector, are you with me? Just check Whisk. Let me know if you can get access to Whisk. If you can't, then we'll move on to. Okay. Let me see the question. Okay. I'm asking about aspect ratio. Do we have to use the landscape or the portraits? Oh, where is the question? Okay. Trying to be with. Okay, he asked about the aspect ratio and he said if we are going to use the portraits or the landscape. Well, for shots, you are going to make use of portraits. Yes. Portrait is aspect ratio 9:16. That is the aspect ratio for portraits. So I don't know if I answered your question, Catalyst. Did I answer your question? Oh, thank you very much. So for this project, we're going to be using the aspect ratio 9:16. That is our aspect ratio, and it's called portraits. Okay. So can we assess our risk right now? Yes, like I said, we are going to lock up our seed, and the seed lockup, it helps us to have similar images. You know, when AI is generating images, it does it randomly. So, but once you lock up a seed, it's like the DNA is being locked up. So it actually goes around giving you similar images. So for you to have, I'm trying to find another AI tool that will be better for us to use. We may not be using image effects at the moment. So I don't know if that's okay with us. I want everyone to be carried along. So have we tried the whisk? Let's see if the whisk will give us what we want. Does everyone have access to whisk? Whisk is also very good in character consistency, because the goal of locking up our seed is to make sure that our characters are consistent. So can we try the whisk? Do we have access to it? I want to know if everyone is able to. So everyone, are you able to access it? Please just notify me. Perfect. Oh, thank you. So you're able to. Oh, that's good. That's good. Lumen, what about you? Are you able to also get access to whisk? Because that is a very beautiful tool I want us to use in our image generation. Lumen, I'm waiting for you so we can proceed. I love students paying close attention and following what we are doing, so you won't forget, and you can easily learn and replicate what you've been taught. So yeah. Okay. While Lumen is trying to log in, let me just be showing us the practicals while we wait for him. Lumen, please keep me updated on that. Okay. So now, if you've not signed up on Whisk, this is what the interface looks like. Once you've signed up, this is what it looks like. And what are we going to do? You click on Enter Tool. Our goal is to get an image. So we click on Enter Tool. This is what the interface looks like. So what do? We quickly move on to our image prompts that will go from Gemini. We'll copy it and then come and paste it here. Let's see the beautiful thing to give us. And remember our aspect ratio. These icons here are very important. This particular one I'm touching is where you can change your aspect ratio. So let's look at our aspect ratio. This is square. This is portraits. This is landscape. So I'm going to use portrait. We're already on portrait. So if I click on this, the yellow one shows that it's selected. If I click here, it's selected on landscape. So I will go back to portrait. So with this, we are on portrait. Then what do? I go ahead to send. So this particular AI tool, it generates images in pairs. It comes in duplicates. So let's see what it has. And from the first image, we are going to move on to generate the second one. Remember, I said this first image is trying to establish the scene. It's trying to give an establishment for the scene so that the audience can know where the whole stuff is coming from. Where is the pet? Where is this pet food coming from? We're trying to link them up to the of our story. So with that being said, I will still want to find out, is everyone on Whisk now? Lumen and Catalyst, are you on Whisk now? God bless you. Thank you. So let's move on. So right now, let's see what it has for us. Okay. This is a sweeping cinematic drone photograph of the Ethiopian highland at sunrise. This is beautiful. So what do? We are going to download it. So this is an option for download. You click on download. Remember, we are working with these images. So you're going to be downloading the images for each scene and be saving it up because we're going to use them in our next section. So we download this image, and what do? We move on to our next scene and get the prompts. So you can choose the image of your choice. from these two. So let's move on to the next one, which is where we'll get our scene 2. So this says an extreme close-up. This is an extreme close-up photograph of weathered, textured hand, an elderly nomadic shepherd breaking a piece of dark, coarse injera bread. So we are trying, it's kind of acting like the pet food. So we're trying to connect people to see from the ancient part of the pet food, the history of it. So we are coming from the history right now. We've not gotten to the modern. Remember, we are going to do it from the origin, the connection with the pet and the pet owner. What connection does he have with it? And then we'll move on to the modern world. What connection does this have to the modern world? And with this, our audience is able to really feel and connect to whatever we are putting out there for them to see. So let's move on to this. So let's copy this prompt. So is everyone copying their own prompts for your scene 2? Are we copying it? Is everyone copying their prompts? Hello. I want to be sure we
Yes,
are following me.
we have
Are we
copied.
copying up? Oh, thank you, Lumen. Catalyst, what about you?
I have
What about
copied
you,
yours too.
Catalyst? Thank you. So let's paste our prompt. And remember, we are talking about character consistency. So in the first scene, there was no character in the first scene. So there will be no need for consistency yet. So we just had a visual representation of the setting of the scene so that audience can know the origin, where it's coming from. So, but now we're about to do the second scene. And if you check, character is entering bit by bit. So let's see what this has. So let's proceed. Okay. Let's move on to this one. I love this. This is talking about the connection. We started from the origin, and now we are gradually getting to the connection. So I want to know if we have this is beautiful, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. Where did I stop? Instead, let me get to this one. 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 Are we all following me? For the sake of our time, I want to make everything straightforward for us. Okay. So, let's move to the next one. So I want us to try something. Let me see the images give us. Okay, I said this is beautiful. So what I want us to do right now, we are going to work with something. But I want to know, are we all getting similar results from our end? Are we getting, thank you, Catalyst. We are all getting similar results, right? Okay, okay. So I want us to move to the next thing. Lumen, okay, I want to know the challenge you're having. Lumen, can you tell us the challenge? You can send them, I'm seeing that you can send me a message from here. Let me see, what's the challenge? Is it network or your whisk is not responding?
Okay, so the first image is something that take
Your voice is, I can't hear you guys. Oh.
Hi, Filippo. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm Miss Modesta. I'm going to help you on this so that I can get what Filippo is struggling on so I can tell you. Filippo, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Could you please let us know what difficulty you're having so that we can help you through it?
Please use it.
Could you please let us know, your instructor and I, where you're having some problems with, like in the image generation, where are you stuck on, so we can be able to help you? You're breaking off a little bit. You're breaking off.
Hello. Hello.
Filippo, could you please check? Yes, yes, we can hear you, but you're breaking off. It's not very clear. Would you mind typing it on the chat so that we can be able to read it? Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to read it on the chat and then your instructor will help you, okay?
Okay. Alice, can we proceed?
Yes, Mrs. Modesta, he's going to be typing it on the chat because I think he's having some network issues. So he's trying to type the issue that he's having. So he's going to send it on the chat. Thank you very much.
So let's move on to the next one we have. So okay, Lumen, I thought you were trying to say something, so let's proceed. Okay, so I'm trying to, for the sake of accuracy in the things we are generating, I want us to I have a script here already that we are working with, though we are still working with the one I have, but they are all together. So still on the same documentary, that we are still at the origin. We are trying to bring the audience to see from the origin to the connection, the pet food and the pet has with the owner, and what brings that connection is the pet food. So we're trying to establish a bond with them. So let's move on to this thing. So I want us to generate, I'm trying to show us how to make our images consistent. So that is why I'm trying to use this particular one. I'm going to copy this prompt. Let's see the beautiful thing about this. So with that character we have, all our scene will be moving around the character, and the same character, the same outfits, the same fish, everything is the same. So let's see the beauty in this. Just watch and see. So we're going to get this thing, and then we're going to make this consistent. This is beautiful. I love this. This is beautiful. So we have established this. So I'm going to download one of these images. I will download this right now. Now I've downloaded it, so I'm going to get to scene 2. I will copy this scene, sorry, the scene 3. So as I'm copying this, I'm going to make the AI to know something, and that thing we're going to tell the AI will make our images consistent. I will come back to this place. Then did you see this place that has add images? I will come here and add my image, and the image I will add is this particular image that our characters, remember we have these 2 characters for the contents we are creating. These 2 characters for now, we have them here. So I'm going to put these 2 characters here. The AI will recognize them for every scene is generated. So it will go around those 2 characters. So I will come over to this side. This place that has subject, I will come over here and click on upload image. So, and the image I'm going to upload is the image I just downloaded. So let's hold on a second. Let's see. All right. All right. Okay.
Hi, Mrs. Modesta.
Just give it a second.
Hello, Mrs. Modesta. Could you please check the chat for Lumen Alchemist's question? He's just typed it in there.
Okay.
Where he's having problems.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm trying to see his charts. Okay, this is a question he asked about portraits, the landscape or portrait. I've attended to that. I'm trying to see the new question.
Okay, his question was the first screen instead of a beautiful picture he's supposed to see in the first screen like yours, he apparently seen someone taking bread on the floor. So he's trying to understand how he can get the picture for the first screen that you showed, or the first, I believe, scene.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get the question. Can you repeat? He said he's
sure, no problem. Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, so yes, Lumen Alchemist mentions that instead of a beautiful picture that he's supposed to see for the first screen, or I think first scene. So Filippo, correct me if I'm wrong. He says instead he's seeing someone who's taking bread on the floor. So that's his question right there. I'm gonna paste it again for you to see just right now. I'll repaste it. Here's his question. You're welcome. Dushime, please feel free if you have any questions to ask your instructor, if you're missing anything as well. I just pasted his question on the chat.
Let's put the question right now. Okay, he's seeing that his first screen, instead of seeing a beautiful passage, he's seeing someone that is taking bread on the floor. Okay, this would come from the prompts that he's using. You know, the Gemini, it doesn't have an actual photocopy of prompts. Remember, I shared the same prompt, but the generation can vary. So what you're seeing right now is based on the script you have. And I would actually, maybe later, I want to see the prompt to use, because it is from the prompt that is giving you the outputs. Remember, the first thing we did was to generate a script. And from that script generated, for every scene, it's working scene per scene. So we have images for each scene. So we are generating images for each scene. So what you're seeing right now is going to be from the prompt, and it's going to be from the scene that you're working with. So I would love to see your scripts. Maybe after this class, I want you to send it across to me. Let me take a look at the script. But it means that whatever you're seeing is actually what is on the script. But I think I would like to, let me say, I don't know if you can work with mine for the moment so that you can follow us and what we are doing. I don't know if you could work with mine. Let's see if you can work with mine, or you can work.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I suggest to use yours for now. Yes, you are still learning the process. I suggest to use yours for now. And I want to take a look at your prompts. Hello.
Yeah.
You're saying something, Lumen?
No, not
Okay.
listening to you.
Okay. Hello, Lumen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yoshime, do you have any questions as well, like Filippo did? Do you have any questions, anything you didn't quite understand for your instructor to be able to take note of that and perhaps have it available for you on Google Classroom? If you do, feel free to let us know, okay? You can do it on audio or you can type it out on the chat.
Okay. About character. Okay, what will be the character anchor prompt to make good? Thank you for that. Thank you for that. So that is what I'm about to do now. So let's watch and see what will make it consistent. Like I said, this was the image we got for scene 2 from my end. But for yourself, it may not be the same thing, but whatever you get, whenever you see the two characters, they are fully visible, we can work with it. Because for you to get a consistent character using image, using whisk, the two characters, their facial features has to be fully seen. So with that, we can work with consistency. So how do we do this? So we are going to upload. Remember, we downloaded an image. So this particular image, I have downloaded it. So I'm going to upload it here. And then the AI will register it in its memory. So let's see how that is done. Just a second. Let's see this for it to upload. Okay. Mine is still loading. Just give it a second. Okay, so this is the image we generated. So I will open. So I'm uploading the image right now. This image, you can see the way it's turning around. It's trying to set in. So what am I going to do with this? I will move on to this prompt. This particular prompt is the previous prompt. I will delete it. And then I will write, this is what makes it consistent. I will write, feature the feature the characters in the attached image into this scene. So this is the prompt you're going to give the Whisk AI. So feature the characters in the attached image into this scene. Then you paste the prompt of that scene you want to generate. So let's paste the prompt. This particular prompt is the next scene. So we have given the AI the information that it should feature the characters and the attached image in the scene. So let's see what it has. So this same man and this dog is going to be in the next scene. But this is, he said, it's a slow motion close-up. So this is the close-up shot. So let's see what it will give us. Okay, that's well noted. So I will quickly want us to rush to the next part of the lesson. So let's see how the characters will be consistent. I can't wait to see this. It's a beautiful site. Let's see. So while this is loading, let's quickly move on to the next thing we are going to be doing. So we have generated image form for each scene. So what we're going to be doing right now, we're going to move on to the next one, which is we are trying to localize our content. But we're going to make, we're going to get several languages. We're going to get captions that feature several languages, which is going to be English, Swahili, and French. So we're going to generate an SEO optimized, culturally appropriate caption using the images we've gotten. So while we've gotten these images, so you're going to by yourself, you arrange the images one after the other, scene by scene. It's going so that anyone that looks at it can connect to your story looking at the images. So what do? I will give us this prompt. I'll paste it on the chat. So this is a very simple prompt. You're going to say, analyze this image and write. There are two instructions. The first one says, SEO optimize all text in English. Then the second one says, an engaging social media caption in English, Swahili, and French. So we have given the three languages we want for each image. So what do? Let me copy this so everyone can get to work. So I will paste this on our image, on our message. So let's all work with this. So let me go to Whisk. Let's see what it gave us. Beautiful. Oh, I love this. So you can see the same man. You're seeing the different camera angles and different actions. So you're seeing how consistent this is. It's giving you exactly the same person, exactly the same dog in the same setting. So you can do that, and you can do that for all the scenes. Remember, the first thing says feature the characters in the attached image in this scene. So with that, we have our images ready and with consistent characters. So quickly, as I've shown us, let's copy the image prompts for this. So let me get an image. You're going to open a new Gemini tab. Yes, we're going to open a new Gemini tab. So let me download.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, Miss Modesta. We have like a minute more. So I think if you could just please explain to them how they can catch up on the lesson. Sorry to interrupt you. And then we will be wrapping up so that we don't keep them longer. And I just need you guys to stay for like a minute or two because I need to say something importantly before you guys leave. Thank you.
Okay. We will talk more on the Google Classroom. I wouldn't mind if I take their WhatsApp contact so they can send a screenshot of the process. I would love to guide them through on the process. So we can speak more. I will send us some assignments on our Google on our Classroom, and then I will also want us to speak with you on WhatsApp. Alicia, do you mind if I give out my contact for the students to contact me?
I will add you. I'll tell the media team to add you to the group where the students are on WhatsApp, and then you can send them the notification there.
It's all right.
Thank you so much.
Right. So with that being said, okay, let's just have one more. Okay, I just want to show you something before we wrap up. We're already done for the day. So what you're going to do right now, let's see the Gemini. Let's log in. And while we are doing this, please, our portfolio is very important. It's a very important thing for us to do. So I want us to pay close attention to creating our portfolio, because this is what the client will see, and they will see our capabilities. Like the portfolio we have is a very beautiful one, like very okay. So I want us to work with this. So create your portfolio on Google Sites. You're going to open a new page. So you're going to create a new page where you indicate the lesson and then all you've learned, all you've done so far, your images, the captions, and the way you arrange them, picture them there in the next page. So this one is like the home page. So when you get your portfolio, keep creating open pages where you can attach your work. So for this lesson, you're going to create a page where you upload your portfolio in a very organized way, your images and the captions. Remember, the captions, I have several languages: the English, the Swahili, and then the French. So while this is being said, I just want to paste it so that we can see how we'll do it. I will also speak. I will speak to us even after the class. I will still give us some insight in case we have some questions which we are not attended to in the class. So let's quickly do this. While this is loading, let me copy this image. So I'm going to paste it here. The goal is for us to have a caption that features several languages.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Miss Modesta. Sorry to cut you off. It's just because of the time that the kids will stay on. Yeah. So guys, Miss Modesta, your instructor, will be communicating with you guys on Google Classroom. And you guys can definitely ask her questions. She will get all the notes and stuff that you need on Google Classroom, and she will be on the WhatsApp. It's because our time is limited for the lesson, unfortunately. Just before we go, a quick wrap up. If you wouldn't mind, Miss Modesta, would you allow me to share my screen for the students really briefly? If you can stop sharing your screen.
All right, okay.
And please remain with us. Yeah, please remain with us so that you can have the final word in the lesson. So guys, I just want to pop in real quick because of the time. We don't want to keep you guys longer. Obviously, it's 5 minutes extra time for 15 minutes. So next lesson, I will be taking that with our special guest, who is going to be Miss Yadira Caro. She's an American from Harvard University. So she's the founder. I just want to go and give you guys a little hint about her. You can find out about her just like Miss Noafor Modesta. She's on Facebook. She's a very well-renowned creator. So unfortunately, our network hasn't been the greatest today. I know of that, but you can definitely check out her work, and you can definitely ask her questions to get better on WhatsApp when she joins you. And that's Miss Modesta, and her Facebook is right there as well, Modesta Noafor. Everything will be on the WhatsApp when she joins. She will communicate with you guys there. For Miss Yadira Caro, she is the founder of Hardcore Soft Skills, which is a foundation in the United States. She's been a very renowned speaker, which you'd see there when you go into her LinkedIn. And so we have this opportunity. She's gracefully coming in to talk to us about some very important skills that you guys would need to get into the workforce. This is like for you when you're applying for jobs internationally, to stand out, to be professionals. So it's really important that you guys next week, because she would only have 30 minutes, and that's the first 30 minutes of the lesson, to speak to you guys, and then you have the opportunity to ask her questions. She has a lot of connections in the United States, so that's also going to be a plus for you to talk to her about. Anyways, and after the 30 minutes, I will take up the lesson with you guys to continue reviewing a little bit of where we stopped in our first lesson. So as Miss Modesta told you guys, the portfolio is really important. You have to start working on this. You must have a completed portfolio by the end of the course. We will give you an extension date of when the portfolio needs to be ready. This is only a sample that I've put through just to explain to you guys what's really happening, but this is just the home page. I'm going to switch off to the main page. Let me see if my screen is permitting me to do that. Okay, there it is. So you notice that I switched between the home page, which was on home, back to the page that we have here. And I'll just briefly show you guys that next class, perhaps, of how you can set it up if you don't know. But I'm sure there's so many tutorials that you can watch on how you can set up Google Sites. Please use your Nazli Tech email, which is the Lumen Alchemist or Vector. What's it again? Vector. vector catalyst. So anyways, when you get in here, the main important thing is that in your pages, you need to showcase all the things that you've worked on. Like today, you worked with Miss Modesta on creating seeds generation and locking them. Those scenes that you started working with her on, I think scene 1 and scene 2, obviously you need to progress more on the other scenes. You need to kind of jot them here, just like how we did in our first lesson, which I'll revise with you guys next lesson. Hopefully we have enough time, because after next lesson, we have only one more session and then the course ends. So it's been a quite rapid course. Hopefully we're going to have more cohorts coming in, and there's going to be different things that will be coming in. And there's a lot of opportunities for you guys once you graduate successfully from this course, which is why it's really important that you're on track, you're available, you're completing tasks with the amount of time that you're giving both in class and off class. This is the reason why we've provided you with the tools, and we've allowed you to use these tools even when you're not in class. So you need to make use of them. If you have any questions, feel free to send it to us on WhatsApp, or you can send it to Miss Modesta as well when she joins in the group. If you have questions about her lesson or my lesson, just feel free to send it to us, and we'll do our best to get back to you, because we also have a lot of things that we're doing, but we will do our best to get back to you. So anyways, you guys have the link to this portfolio